Hi guys, I'm Kim and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here again today. I'm here today to do my October budget wrap up. So if that's something you're interested in, then make sure you keep watching this video. But what I can tell you for this month is that things didn't go to plan, and they never really do. We went over budget in some of our sinking funds, and we also went over budget in a few of the daily living expense areas. So yeah, keep watching this video and you will see how the month of October went. Okay, so I am just going to run you through our October budget. I'm going to let you know what we actually budgeted, what we actually spent, and what the difference was for the month. So let's start with our incomes. So for this month, I budgeted to bring in $4,940, and that's exactly what I brought in this month. For Ben, we budgeted for him to bring in $4,400, and we actually brought in $4,301.16. So that was $98.84 under what we budgeted. So since I've started doing these budgets, this is the first time I've actually come in under. Now, the reason that this is under was because his shift patterns have changed. He's not doing as many amount of overtime. He also had some annual leave, which gets paid at a lower rate. So yeah, at least we know why that happened, but hopefully moving forward in the future, we won't have that issue. So we plan to bring in $9,340, and we actually brought in $9,241.16. So that was less $98.84 for the month. So now we're going to move into the debt section. So we budgeted to spend $1,556 on the mortgage, and we actually spent $1,580, which was $24 more than what was planned. And this was due to the interest rate rise for the month kicking in halfway through. For my car loan, we spent $412. For Ben's car loan, we spent $320. We added an additional $600 for extra savings, $40 extra to my super, $40 extra towards Ben's super, $43.48 towards our work shares program. I didn't invest anything this month because, to be 100% honest, I forgot to do it. I need to set up an auto thing. So the difference of that was $50 because we didn't invest what I'd planned. But I might just increase our November investments. I'll see how I go. So we're going to move into the utilities portion now. So I planned to spend $80 on electricity, and we actually spent $140. So that was $60 over. $100 for gas, $60 for water, $150 for council rates, which was $50 under budget, $180 for Foxtel and internet, which was $60 under budget, $191.29 for my phone, which was $65.29 over budget. So the reason this one was over budget was because I switched over phone plans, and there's like a period there where you kind of slightly overlap and you end up paying for two. So that's what that difference was there. $68 for Ben's phone. So for insurances and registrations, we spent $84 on health insurance, $127.25 on home insurance, $56.75 on car insurance, $70.74 on Ben's car insurance, $46.66 on my car rego, and $46.66 on Ben's car rego. So in the subscription section, we spent $17.99 on Canva, $6.99 on Amazon Prime, $14.99 on Apple iCloud, $4 on Catch of the Day, $11.99 on Google Play, $15.99 on Netflix, $11.99 on Spotify, $14 on Stan, and $15.95 for Xbox. So now we're going to move into the daily living expenses. And this is where things really did not work out for us this month. So for fuel, we budgeted $200, we spent $156.60, which was $43.40 under budget. For groceries, we planned to spend $1,150. We actually spent $1,306.51, which was $156.51 over budget. We planned to spend $300 on dining and takeout. We actually ended up spending $465.14, which was $165.14 over budget. We planned to spend $150 on entertainment. We actually ended up spending $433.63, so that was $283.63 over budget. We wanted to spend $60 on the garden. We did nothing, so we saved $60. Dogs. So I planned to spend $90 for the month, and that was just for their grooming. And as you can see here, we ended up spending $639.99, which was $549.99 over budget. So we had a few vet appointments this month. Our little Chihuahua was thought to have had some arthritis issues, so we got that looked at. And we've recently just found out that it's not arthritis, and she has a torn ACL, so a doggy version of an ACL. So she has a specialist appointment in November, and it is going to potentially be a $7,000 to $10,000 surgery. So we're feeling a little bit nervous about the situation, because that's pretty much coming straight out of our emergency fund, and I fully am aware that that's what emergency funds are for, but we're hoping to see what kind of other options there are, because she's still walking, she's still happy, she's not in pain. Apparently it can just mean early onset arthritis, but we can potentially treat that. So yes, vet bills. So after this incident, we have decided that in next year's budget, we are going to add a line into the budget purely for dogs' medical expenses, for oh shit, if these things ever happen again. We just want to be a bit more prepared. So for the splurge money, we plan to spend $934, and we actually spent $904, so that was $30 under budget. So the total for the month, we plan to spend $7,365.43, and we actually spent $8,376.59, which was $1,011.16 over budget. So yeah, not fully comfortable with those figures, but it is what it is, and a huge portion of that was completely out of our control, and these things happen, and it's just life, and this is why you have emergency savings and why you have a budget. So we budgeted to save for the month $1,974.57, and we actually saved $864.57. So we were under our savings target by $1,110. Okay. So that bit up there does not include the extra $600 that goes towards the fund from the above part. So when it comes to the sinking funds, the actual amount that I had to distribute between our sinking funds, which was the total of this actual figure plus the $600, was $1,464.57 for the month. So I'm just going to talk you through the sinking funds, and I'm going to show you where we added and what we spent for the month. So we have $15,000 in our emergency fund. For the nursery, we used $413.40. That was because I purchased a mirror fertility tracker to help us try and get pregnant. So the current amount that we have in that fund is $5,877.82, and this fund was previously maxed out a few months ago. So this is just what's remaining for us to spend. For the maternity leave, I added $500, which gives $10,123.15 in that fund. Our Melbourne trip was in the month of October, and we had an absolute blast. The trip happened before we found out about our poor little doggy having to potentially need surgery. So we blew the budget a little bit here. We were a little more careless with our spending than we should have been, but we actually ended up spending $7,072.38 while we were away in Melbourne, but that included food, entertainment, accommodation, travel, blah, that was like everything. So that was $1,072.38 over budget. Thailand trip still at $0, nothing was added, nothing was used. Miscellaneous, we added $750 and we spent $766.40, which gives us a current fund of $253.17. Medical, we spent $98.24 on a couple of doctor's appointments, which gives us a current total of $390.38 in this fund. The gifts, didn't add anything but spent $41.48, which gives us a current total of $276.92. For Christmas, I added $214.57, which gives us a current total of $964.57. And for the car, added nothing, used nothing, still have $1.50. So yeah, that's the breakdown of where our sinking funds are at. I've explained it before, but our sinking funds are all in one account, and this spreadsheet shows me where and how much I actually have allocated to each of those funds. So when we have a quick look at the budget summary, you can see the percentages of where the funds have actually gone for the month. So 25.48% went to debt, 7.97% went to investing and extra super contributions, 7.9% went to utilities, 4.76% went to insurances and registrations, 1.25% went to subscriptions, 33.808% went to our daily living expenses, 9.96% went to, oh, I've got daily living expenses in there twice. I have to have a look at that and see what I did wrong there. And the sinking funds was 9.53%. Yeah, so I'll fiddle around with that and work out what I've done there. But it's basically just a breakdown of, yeah, where we're at for the month, and shows you where all the spend was. Hope you enjoyed that one. All right, thank you for watching my October budget wrap up. So as you can see, we had a lot of extra unexpected costs this month when it comes to our fur babies, but you can't really put a price on them, so you do what you have to. So yeah, we're just keeping our fingers crossed that we can get our little Winnie girl's surgery sorted, or whether or not we actually need to go through the surgery for her. So I have an appointment for her this week, and hopefully I'll find out some more information. And yeah, we definitely did not hit our savings target for this month. Was a little bit disappointing, but that's okay because these things happen, life happens. I always find when it gets to the end of the year, things kind of just don't always go to plan. Obviously it's great to try and stick to a budget, but you know, as long as you're still living within your means and not putting yourself out too much, then I think that budgets are made to have a bit of wiggle room. If you enjoyed this spreadsheet, I do have a version of it available for sale in my Etsy store, so that'll be linked down below. The spreadsheet itself is an instant download to Excel, and it is quite easy to use. It has pre-populated formulas and tabs that you can just copy across for each month or each year, and it also comes with a YouTube video on this channel where you can watch of how to use it, and yeah, basically budget and plan along with me. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below and ring that little bell. That way you'll get notified of my videos in the future. Until next time, bye guys.